everyone, welcome to Flirt's YouTube channel. I'm Amanda, and this week we're starting a cool project. We're relaunching Flirt's YouTube channel, and Monday through Friday we're going to have different vloggers comment on one topic. So you get to have 5 different opinions on things that range from health to current events, anything you name it. But we definitely want our viewers involved, and if you have any topics that you want us to discuss or anything that's going on relevant in your life or something that you want to see us comment on, leave a comment in the section below and we may consider it for the next week's comment. But this week we are discussing Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines and the more recent feminist parody video that came of it. So for those of you who don't know, Robin Thicke came out with a song called Blurred Lines early this summer, and it had a lot of controversy because the video had topless women in it. Obviously it wasn't able to be published on mainstream because of censorship, but I recently looked at it and the video is interesting. I don't get why they had to be topless in it. That's their choice for doing it. But I think that there's been so many parody videos coming out of it because of the constant objectification of women in these music videos. And then interestingly enough, I'll put links for both videos below. The more recent feminist parody video goes into kind of some details on objectification and things like issues in the media that affect women and men as well. But the more recent one was actually, they YouTube banned it for a while. For some reason, it wasn't up to their standards or what have you. You can look into that, but I won't get into that. But some of the cool lyrics in this parody video, I thought the video was done pretty well. Like, the lyrics were very thought out. Clearly these women are very educated on these issues, and I don't necessarily agree with objectifying men in the video because that's what they use, the men as the objectifying ones. But then again, at the same time, they had to do something to get their point across, and more often than not, women are always the ones being objectified. So some of the cool lyrics I'd want to read is, the video actually begins with them saying, "Every bigot shut up," which is very, it can go across the board for all types of bigotry. "Boy, quit your sexist ways. Feeling the frustration from all this exploitation." And I think this is something that most women can relate to. In some way or another, we feel exploited, whether it's viewing women on media or when we're out in public, we sometimes are exploited by other people, and it runs deep. It's not just something that we see on media. It happens every single day. And then, this was a good one too. The women they are law students, so this was, I think, one of their cooler lyrics. "You can't just grab me, it's a sex crime." And I think this is a huge issue that's gained a lot of attention across the board on Twitter, on social media outlets, is the constant harassment, the street harassment. There's actually a couple of organizations. I think one of them's called like Call It Out or something, where you're actually able to either record, if you can do it when you're being called out or harassed, is to be able to record it and you can publish it on a site. And it's an everyday occurrence for a lot of women. I mean, most of the women in my life have experienced some type of street harassment, whether being catcalled or actually violated. I know I personally have, especially when I was younger, when I was a teenager. People used to call out windows for no apparent reason, saying stuff to me. And then I also want to tie in one last thing, is that in the Robin Thicke video, he talks about this good girls idea. And for some of you who might be familiar with it or not, the idea of calling grown women girls is an issue in itself. And then who gets to decide what a good girl is? And then it kind of just demonizes women when you refer to them as girls, and especially grown women who are independent, and it just kind of it just continues that into a cycle of oppression. Um, so yeah, those are my opinions on the video. Clearly, I'm not a huge fan of the Robin Thicke's video. I just don't think that it conveys a positive message, and it continues this cycle of objectification of women in music videos. I think the feminist parody video is smart. I think the lyrics are really interesting. At the same time, I also don't agree with objectifying people in the process, but I also understand where their perspective is. But clearly, however you feel or your own opinions about it, that's how you feel. So yeah, so that's that, and so you will be seeing me every Monday on different topics. So if you have any topics, put it in the comments below. I am leading this project, so I will be able to send out the topics. So if you directly want to tweet me or whatever the other things are, I'll put on my Twitter and all that stuff, and any articles I've written for Flirt down below. And I look forward to hearing from you viewers. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next Monday.